Carla, it's just physically, can you tell us how you're feeling right now? I mean, that was a pretty crazy battle.
Yeah, no, it was really back and forth battle. That third round, she definitely got the better of me. That was a rough one for sure. I'm so glad I was able to pull through. My elbow is a little bit sore right now, and a little banged up. But overall, I'm stoked with the win.
I was going to add, clearly you were wobbled, but the arm was the part that looked really, really bad. Like, how bad was that? Do you think there's any damage to it?
It was definitely sunk in. I was feeling it. It was hurting, in between. But it's one of those things when you've been fighting for so long. You just gotta push through, and you never know when something's gonna loosen up an inch, or you're still gonna have that chance. So I just kept that mentality, just push through and get this win, and fortunately that's what happened.
How did you and your corner have it scored? Did you think you were going to walk away with the win, or maybe a draw, or what did you think?
Well, definitely I felt that I won the first 2 rounds, and I felt that she dominated the third, but when you're in someone else's hometown, you kind of never know how it's going to go with the judges, and I'm just really happy that it went my way.
The crowd reaction had to be a little bumming, right? I mean, it was a phenomenal fight. Of course they're going to be cheering for their hometown girl, right? But did that hurt the feelings at all, or what did that feel like?
My corazón. Yes, that hurt my heart. It's just unfortunate. I understand the Mexican fans are so passionate, and they really stand behind their fighters. And, I've definitely fought in a lot of people's hometown, but definitely this was the most passionate crowd I've ever been in front of. The sad thing was, that there were a couple of bad seeds in the crowd. I was walking out and someone poured beer on me, and, it made me really sad because people win and lose, but, you can't control the judges, and I felt that I fairly won the fight, and it was just really sad for me.
Carla, I'm wondering if you got to see kind of what happened at the end there with Jeremy Stephens. Just as you were mentioning, people were throwing popcorn and beers, and I heard even coins. Did you get to see that?
Yes, I did, and I hate that type of behavior. This is a sport. We all go out there and we give it our all. We work so hard to lead up to these fights, and I wish that some of those fans. Obviously, that's not everyone here, but I wish those people would have more respect.
Does that put a bad taste in your mouth as far as this whole experience? It really seemed like you enjoyed being in Mexico, coming out here earlier, and all that.
It put a damper on it, but I've been so welcomed by even a family here in Mexico who opened their home to me, their gym to me. There's been so many amazing fans out here, so it doesn't put a bad taste in my mouth for obviously all of Mexico. I mean, I have Mexican blood too. There's so many just amazing people out here, but it's just like I said, it's just unfortunate that there's some bad apples in the crowd.
And how's your arm? Because you don't have a brace or anything. Is it okay? Because in the screen it looked like it was going, some weird angles.
It definitely hurts. I don't think I'm gonna be throwing punches for a couple weeks, but fortunately it's not crazy and it's still functional, so that's good.
I think a lot of fighters would have tapped to that armbar. Getting the win, is it obviously, it's worth it, right? Going through that and knowing that you got the victory.
100%. I mean, that's why I'm here. That's why I put so much into this camp is, not to just give up when things get hard. And she had a very good armbar. I think everybody kind of saw my elbow kind of go the other way. But, like I said, I was just fortunate that I was able to push through that and spin out.
Yeah. And where would you rank this fight in among your other fights in your career? Because obviously you're very experienced, but this was pretty epic. The crowd was going wild.
Yeah, definitely. The whole fight was, really crazy. I would say that third round was one of the toughest rounds of my career for sure. She definitely brought it that last one. I think she knew that she was possibly down 2 rounds and she had to give it everything she had.
Yeah, and we spoke how this was the first time you were in a headlining spot, since your title fight. How was that like? Did you enjoy being in the spotlight?
Definitely. I mean, it's amazing for me as a fighter. It's so cool. Just to be on that level, and because I worked so hard in this sport so long, just to get that recognition is awesome. And every time I see females headlining cards, I get a little bit this is awesome. And 2 Hispanic females, even better.
And last question for me, how excited are you to see your strawweight dog? Your strawweight dog, your 115-pound dog.
Oh my God, that has been the hardest thing about being away from home for this month, and I'm so excited to go home and just give him lots of love and kisses and toys and everything. I can't wait.
Thank you,
Carla, I
Carla.
keep pushing you against the new blood of the division, the fight against Video. You got the losing streak, but you came back against Virna Yadirova, you came back against Alexa Grasso. What's the secret? Because it's been so many years at the top. It's just hard to stay at the top so many years.
Yes, definitely. In February will be my 10 years of fighting professionally. I've been fighting the number one and top 5 top ranked fighters since my first year.
Yeah.
And to me, it's just constantly maintaining that work ethic, maintaining like that drive to constantly want to be the best. And you know, I'm the old lady in the crowd now, so I think it's, you know, that's not going to be a new story for me. I'm going to keep getting these up and comers because there's constantly new fresh faces in the division.